What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Thank you guys again for joining us for this live stream. I just want to apologize if this quality is bad for the overall live stream itself. I'm trying to hotspot off my phone and stuff like that. I'm here at my parents' house visiting California. Today's my dad's birthday, so I didn't make a video talking about like the past 2 days or the first 2 days of the week. Today's Wednesday. I ended up being at almost $1,000 profit. I think I was like $20 shy of $1,000 with two individual one-day swing trades. The week has been going amazing. Today I'm only up $100. $100 is 100% fine, but with the positions that I'm taking, it wasn't it was a slow day. Easiest way to put it. So I want to thank you guys all for your time. I want to thank you for everything that you guys do. As you guys can see, there's people joining us live. If you guys could see them, on my left-hand side. So if you ever want to join us live, just be sure to click that subscribe button, turn on the little bell, and you will be alerted whenever it is that I go live. And I go live at least once a day, Monday through Friday guaranteed, and then tend to upload like individual videos on Saturday, and then it's our Sunday stock talk on Sunday. So I have a little bit over 125,000 subscribers. We're growing at a rate at about 500, 750 new subscribers every single day. So I want to thank you guys all for the amazing support. And I really think it has to do with our amazing community of TechBot Solutions. So that's the shirt that I'm wearing. We're a networking group of a little bit over almost 90,000 members, if I'm not mistaken. And we share best practices, we share mistakes in effort to promote overall group growth. If you're trying to be told, where to buy, where to sell, or anything of that sort, this is not the group for you. This is where we teach you the fundamentals and the understanding of what it is that we're investing in. My style of trading is strictly patterns, so I'm more of a technical trader, but we have a large variety of different traders. You guys can follow them on my YouTube channel. They're the top 3 featured channels, and we have many more admins within the group. We have Lupo, we have Ferris, we have Dimitri. We have so many different people that make TechBot Solutions such an amazing community, and I want to thank you guys for everything it is that you guys do. So in this video, since it's not going to be really me talking about how I made $100 today, I wanted to talk about patterns, and not just patterns themselves, but how to buy a stock while it's averaging up. So that's something that I've been requested to make a video like this for quite some time, and let's go ahead and get started. So I know, Diego, I 100% noticed that every time that I go live, even before I go live, all they do is they dislike the video. So it's okay. They must have nothing better to do. But thank you guys all for the support and everything that you guys. So if you guys want to join our free group, it's the 3rd link in the description. And then the first link is my private group. So I'll talk about that in just a minute. But I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I look at when it comes down to taking a position, how it is to take a position. So it's not just about going all in. I'm going to make a video also about position size because so many people get confused of like, hey, if I have $1,000 in my brokerage account, should I invest like automatically $1,000 where I see value and hope that it goes up? I'm going to talk to you about different approaches that I've taken to be able to successfully buy a stock and buy more as it continues to rise, and then sell at the resistance, and the reason I do that. So I'm explaining my whole thought process. This is how it is that I do it. This is not the only way to do it. It's assisted a lot of our members, especially within those enrolled in the private group, and I'm going to showcase everything. I hope that you find this video effective. If you do, we'd appreciate the thumbs up. If you don't, then we have a couple hundred other videos that I hope can guide you in the right direction. So thank you guys again. Let me go ahead and start making myself a little bit smaller. Boom. Boom. I'm in my old room here at my parents' house, so it's really nice being able to be back and visit my dad for his birthday. So let's go ahead and talk about, I should be like on the little lower, right-hand corner. But what I wanted to talk about today was, again, averaging up and how to take a position. So how is it that you might do this? If I'm not mistaken, there was a stock that was about to show signs of an uptrend pattern. And let's see. No, not really. No. Let's see if this loads. Give me one quick second. The output tends to be a little bit low right now. Okay, come on. Okay, so let me talk to you guys about Gush. So Gush, for example, this is just an idea. So this is something that is showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. So if you aren't familiar with that, do you see how it continues to make higher highs, and then it has an overall resistance at $24, but the overall lows it makes are, higher lows. So it starts like the staircase pattern, right? That makes sense. So how is it that I could trade this? So right now, Gush is having some form of a sell-off, right? For the past 2 days, it hit the resistance. We covered profits on Gush yesterday. I called it out at $24. I ended up selling at $23.80, and it worked out perfectly. I sold too early, not a surprise there. But overall, our group ended, on a green trade with Gush, right? Just like we have with every other position that we've taken this year. Now, Gush is having a little bit of a sell-off, and one thing that I always wait for is the confirmation and the break above the EMA. So I like waiting for a bounce. So I think realistically, Gush can most likely sell off to about $22, and then that's where we're going to see it really consolidate, really flatline, right? That's what consolidate means. And then from that point forward, we'll start seeing it start trending back up. And just because it starts trending back up, does that mean 100% that if I have $1,000 to my name or 10,000, whatever it is that you have in your brokerage account, is it the smartest decision to invest the full $1,000 at that price point? Let me tell you, that's an approach that a lot of people do take. I'm just going to talk about 2 other approaches that I think can be very effective. So it's splitting up your account into either halves or thirds. And the reason why is, let's say Gush does end up having a sell-off to about $22. Right? Great. It's at $22. I can see that it's starting to consolidate. Should I go in with my full $1,000 there? Well, it's not showing a full sign of an uptrend pattern. So what I can do is, instead of taking a full 100% position, so $1,000 if that's what I have in my brokerage, I take a 33% position, so 1/3 of my account. So I put $333 into Gush at $22 just to get my foot in the door. Why is this effective? Well, first, I get my foot in the door, so at least I'm following a pattern. So this is showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. So at least I understand that. I understand that this might be a price point where it might bounce, so I can get in at $22. I went in with $333, but just in case it starts to sell off and continue to sell off, then one thing that, because my position size is so small, if I still manage my risk at about 2 to 3%, then if I end up having to cut my losses, it's only 1/3 of what my overall account is. Therefore, when it comes down to risk management and confidence on that position, the worry that you're going to have about, like, let's say instead if you went in with $1,000 at Gush at $22, you would be like, oh man, come on, bounce, 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 and you'd be more on edge because that's everything in your brokerage account. But if you go in with $300 or whatever it is that you feel comfortable going in just to get your foot in the door, you're going to be much more at ease because it's not your entire position and the dollar value at risk is much less. So your overall emotions attached to that, overall position can give you at least the reassurance or the confidence that, hey, it's not such a large position, and I can, take a step back, let it do its thing, and if it starts to continue to sell off, I'll cut my losses, and the dollar value that I lost is 1/3 of what I normally would have lost with my overall account. That's one way. And then now when it starts to show signs of an uptrend, right? If it starts to bounce at 22 and then it breaks above the EMA, that's where I can take another 33% position. So $333. Now I'm invested $666 into a stock that's actively trending up. I'm investing in something that's growing my money. And let's say it starts to pull back, then I might be like, okay, well, here, I'm not going to invest any more money at the moment. But then when it starts to push up again, then you can invest the remaining 33% if that's what you want. And then when it comes down to approaching the resistance, you can sell the full amount. And you can do this all with it. I mean, you can buy, and then you just sell once. And then that's considered one day trade, as long as you sell all in one position. So you can buy. The buys don't matter. It's the sell that matters. So if you guys are worried about the day trade and stuff like that, we do this all the time within our private group. It's averaging up on a position that's growing. We don't average down. I never average down. So if something is showing signs of a falling pattern, I'm not one to add more money, invest more money into something that is showing signs of a downtrend. I don't care if it brings down my average. It doesn't make sense to invest in something that's dropping down just so my average is down. What's going to hold it from continue to fall not continue to fall back down, right? So an approach that I take is, hey, look, if I want to get my foot in the door, let me give you another example. There was Monster, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see. I just want to make sure that. Okay, so let's say for this one right now. So let's say for Monster right now, do you see that Monster has been showing signs of a continuous uptrend pattern, right? It was a continuous uptrend pattern. It had its earnings, had a huge sell-off, so this is a potential dip buy. It's very attractive. A lot of people like it. And let's say, I mean, regardless of what already happened, let's say when it started to build this cup and handle pattern, when it broke above the EMA, you took a small position there. Again, let's say you take a 50% position. Why? Well, you don't know if it's going to continue to increase, but you want to get your foot in the door because of the potential for profit that it has to offer. So because you can average up and add 50% of your position when you get the confirmation, and if it continues to grow, then you can add the remaining 50% position. Once it breaks a resistance level and it validates it as a new support. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's say right here, when it broke above $56, you could have taken a position, and then when it pushes up and then pulls back and bounces on the EMA line, it validates the EMA as a support. That's a good sign. So I take another position there, and I'm full invested with my full, $1,000 if that's what you have in your account. And then, where is it that I'm going to be selling? Well, understanding that the resistance was at $60. Anytime that it gets close to there, I can sell my entire $1,000 position. And based on me buying at 56 and 56. 60, then my overall position average will be at like 56.30, and then from there to about let's say $59, my overall profit will be 4.6%, so it would be like $46 or something like that. So again, it's not about always going all in your position when you have, just because you have $1,000 doesn't mean that you should go in with $1,000, but trade smart. Make sure that you're investing in something that's actively trending up, and if it's showing signs of let me give you an example for more of a day trade. So it was JDST. So JDST offered, again, a huge sell-off today, and a lot of our members within the Learn Plan Profit Group were able to take advantage of that because they were smart, they were patient, and that's something that a lot of people lack in. Being able to see that, hey, based off the previous patterns that it offered as of yesterday, JDST validated somewhat of a support at around 56.50. So when JDST pushed up, that's great. It's doing its thing. People can lock in profits all they want, and then it has a sell-off, and then it bounces off the bottom VWAP, and then it breaks above the EMA. You can take a small position there, and then you can take another position when it validates this EMA, and then you're fully invested here. Obviously, the margin of profit isn't huge, and you probably would have ended at like 1 or 2%, but that's just an example. So if you're looking at day trades as well, swing trading is one thing, day trading is another. You can use the VWAP indicators, and when you get the confirmation from the bounce and the break above the EMA, you can take a small position there, right? And then when it continues that uptrend pattern, and let's say it breaks above the middle VWAP and continues to hold above the EMA and the middle VWAP, then you can take another half position there, and you can sell at the top VWAP indicator. If you guys don't know what the WVAP, the VWAP indicator is, you can search it up on Google, you can search it up on YouTube. I have a video on it, or if you're part of my Learn Plan Profit lesson library, I have a video on that as well. So let me go ahead and close this out. I know that this video is a little bit different. I don't normally, let's see, boom, boom, boom. All right, just wanted to make sure. Let's see, boom. Okay, so I just wanted to answer this common question that everyone always had. It's like, because sometimes people ask me, I usually invest anywhere from like $10,000 to $20,000 per position, and they always ask me, do you go full in with $20,000? Well, first of all, no, especially if the stock has low volume. I don't want to move the stock itself. I mean, $20,000 isn't a huge amount when it comes down to the overall market cap that these stocks have to offer, but one thing that I do is that, hey, if I see value in something and I want to get my foot in the door because I feel like I'm getting it for a good buy, then I can take a 50% position. So I'll take a $5,000 or $10,000 position, and depends if I'm going to be swing trading it or day trading it. I can choose to take my position for a swing trade when it pushes up and pulls back and validates that EMA. I'll take another 50% position there because it's verifying this upward staircase pattern. So it makes sense to me to invest more money in something that's actively trending up. Now for a day trade, I can do it when it breaks certain resistance levels or certain VWAP trend lines. So the bottom VWAP bounces there, breaks above the EMA, I take a small position there, breaks above the middle VWAP and continues that uptrend pattern, I'll take another position there. So very simple patterns, nothing crazy that I do when it comes down to trading these overall stocks and ETFs. You guys have seen that year to date, right? It's only March 14th if I'm not mistaken, and year to date I have not closed one red position. It's been consistent, just green. right? And why is that? I don't trade based on other people's opinion. I don't trade based on what other people are trying to tell me what to trade or they see value in. I have my own eye for value. I understand the patterns that I'm investing in, and that's it. I invest almost the same things time after time. There's very few times that I trade a series of different ETFs or different stocks because I'm not familiar with them nor their patterns. I become very familiar. I'm like a creature of habit. So I do the same thing almost every single day, and if it's making me money, anywhere from around $500 to $1,000 on day on average, then why is it that I'm going to have to try to trade this pump and dump that everyone else is calling out? I don't want to be part of that manipulation. I want to be part of consistent long-term growth, and that's what I'm here to teach people, that are part of TechPut Solutions with these YouTube videos, or that are part of my, private group, the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library, that I work with every single day. And that is pretty much it. I hope that you guys like my teaching style. I hope you guys find it simple to understand. So Martin, SSW, entry, so SSW was actually one that we talked about within the Learn, Plan, Profit group today. It was an amazing call out. I think it did break above $6. Where did it end up go? SSW. Let's see where it ended up going to. Wow. We did not expect, so it grew 13% today. We talked about this one, and I got the alert that it broke above $6. I did not think that it was going to continue to trend that much. Looking at it at the 180-day analysis, so ticker symbol SSW, it's way overextended. Note that, way overextended, way overbought. So it's pushed up way too much, and I think it's only a matter of time for this thing to start selling off and coming back to that, close to that 180-day EMA if it continues that uptrend pattern. So great for all those that took advantage of that opportunity and that made it a great day trade or one-day swing trade. Just be aware that this huge rush of an upward momentum is not going to last forever. Ask yourself, when is it a good time to sell? Don't be greedy. Cover profits. Be consistent and understand the patterns that you're investing in. If you don't, then spend time understanding these patterns. I just spent 3 hours responding to over 200 messages on the Discord chat. Guys, I'm being bombarded by so many repetitive questions when there's so much content on YouTube that I have out there, and even people that are part of my course. I speak to you guys every single day over voice chat. That's when you're supposed to be utilizing and asking me questions so I can answer them in real time. So I just want to remind you guys that every single day, Monday through Friday, we go live at Market Open. If you're part of the course group, the Learn, Plan, Profit group, all you have to do is join our voice chat. I want to answer your question. I need you to be there. One of the things that I would recommend for those that aren't part of the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library, but are part of TechPut Solutions or are just watching this video for the first time, have structure with your trading. Build a watch list. Pick 1 or 2 stocks on a weekly basis that are going to get you to your weekly percentage growth goal. Make sure that you're doing your own due diligence. Make sure that you're working towards growing your account, that you're not just trading based on other people's opinion and hoping for the best. Make sure that you're focusing on patterns that make sense to you and grow on a consistent basis. So if you didn't, Val Varner, if you did not get a message back, I don't know what, you can try and message me again via Discord, but if you're asking me what should I buy or anything that realistically you should not be asking or something that I've covered already, I did skip a couple messages because it's something that I've covered already, and I don't want to say that it's a waste of time, but I hope that you guys know that I invest a lot of my time to put content out there to answer your questions. I need you guys to do your due diligence and find the answers out for yourself as well. But if it's something that I skipped over by accident, then feel free to message me. I'd be more than happy to, answer it for you. Oh my goodness. So Info Planet says, I can't join your Discord because it requires a phone verification. Can you remove that, Ricky? No, because we ban people. We want to make sure that, everyone has to verify their email and their phone number because we're one of the largest free group chats out there. So we're a huge target to spammers, and I will not remove that verification process. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I want to thank you guys again for your time. I hope that you guys all have an amazing start to your Wednesday. I hope that you guys found this video effective. And if you ever hear anyone talking about, how to average up on your position or how to buy a stock properly, then I hope that you guys can just recommend this video. You guys could share with them. And if you guys did like the video, we'd appreciate the thumbs up. But overall, thank you guys again so much for your time. All the links are down below. If you guys want to stay connected with our group chat, the first link is if you want to work with me on a daily basis. Invest 30 seconds. Just click on that first link and see how it is that I've been able to assist our members, a couple thousand members, and work with you on a daily basis. If you truly want to get started in learning how to invest in the stock market and consistently make profits, because that's what we focus on. And then the third link is our free group chat and our free community for TechBot Solutions, where you get to work with me and my overall group on a daily basis. So thank you guys again so much. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives in your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care.